Today, soccer is the most popular sport on Earth. More than 5 billion people follow the game. The FIFA World Cup attracts billions of viewers and turns ordinary players into global legends. From the streets of Rio de Janeiro to the villages of Africa, from packed stadiums in Europe to schoolyards in Asia, soccer is everywhere. But have you ever wondered how it all began? How did a simple ball game become a global obsession? To find the answer, we need to travel thousands of years back in time, long before modern stadiums, professional leagues, and even the first World Cup. This is the story of soccer. More than 2,000 years ago, in ancient China, people were already playing a game that looked surprisingly similar to modern soccer. It was called Cuju. The name literally means kickball. Players used a leather ball stuffed with feathers and other materials, making it one of the earliest known balls in history. Cuju became especially popular among soldiers. It wasn't just entertainment. The game helped improve balance, coordination, and discipline, skills that were useful on the battlefield. Unlike modern soccer, the goal wasn't a large net. Instead, players had to kick the ball through a small circular opening, suspended high above the ground. That was much harder than it sounds. The game eventually spread beyond the military and became popular among nobles, officials, and even emperors. For centuries, Cuju remained one of the most beloved sports in China. And while it wasn't exactly the same as modern soccer, many historians consider it one of the earliest ancestors of the world's most popular sport. China wasn't the only civilization with a ball game. In ancient Greece, people played a game known as episkiros. The rules were very different from modern soccer, but the idea of moving a ball across a field was already there. The Romans later adopted similar games, including one called harpastum. Roman soldiers carried these games across Europe as the empire expanded. These early sports were often rough, physical, and chaotic. There were few rules and plenty of contact. Still, they helped keep the idea of ball games alive for centuries. After the fall of Rome, Europe entered the Middle Ages, and this is where soccer started becoming truly chaotic. In medieval England, entire villages would compete against each other. Sometimes hundreds of people joined a single match. There were no proper fields, no referees, and almost no rules. The ball would travel through streets, rivers, farms, and town squares. Players pushed, pulled, and tackled each other. Injuries were common. Some kings even tried to ban the game. They believed it was too violent and distracted people from military training. But despite the bans, football remained incredibly popular. People simply refused to stop playing. Everything changed during the 19th century. As schools and universities grew in England, different groups began creating their own rules. The problem was that every school played differently. Some allowed players to carry the ball, others didn't. Some encouraged physical contact, others wanted a cleaner game. In 1863, representatives from several clubs met in London to solve this problem. Together, they created the Football Association. For the first time, soccer had a single set of official rules. This moment is considered the birth of modern soccer. At the same time, games that allowed carrying the ball evolved into rugby. Soccer and rugby officially became separate sports. The game quickly spread beyond England. British sailors, workers, engineers, and merchants introduced soccer to countries around the world. Within a few decades, soccer had become a truly global game. As national teams appeared, international competition became possible. In 1904, FIFA was founded. Its goal was simple: organize and develop soccer around the world. A few decades later, FIFA launched a tournament that would change sports forever. The first FIFA World Cup took place in Uruguay in 1930. Only 13 teams participated. Uruguay won the tournament and became the first world champion. At the time, nobody could have imagined how important the competition would become. Today, the World Cup is the biggest sporting event on Earth. Billions of people watch it. Entire nations celebrate victories and mourn defeats. Over the years, the sport produced countless legends. Pelé inspired generations and helped Brazil become a football powerhouse. Diego Maradona delivered some of the most famous moments in sports history. Johan Cruyff changed the way people thought about tactics. Zinedine Zidane became a symbol of elegance and skill. Cristiano Ronaldo shattered records across Europe. Lionel Messi fulfilled his lifelong dream by winning the World Cup in 2022. Each generation added a new chapter to soccer's story. But perhaps the biggest reason for soccer's success is its simplicity. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need a stadium. You don't even need proper goals. All you need is a ball and a little bit of space. That's why the game spread to every corner of the planet. From crowded cities to remote villages, people play the same sport and understand the same rules. More than 2,000 years after Cuju, soccer continues to unite billions of people, and its story is still being written.